Hello guys, this is very first day we are reviewing very first day of the month December 2nd of 2024. This is the last month of the year and very first day, let me tell you, it has been very good, crazy volume in one of the tickers, and I traded this in pre-market as well as in market open. Okay, let's review what is it about, right? From starting, very starting in the morning. Today is December 3rd. See, you can see it there. Today is December 3rd and I am reviewing it from yesterday because I was setting up my OBS and all the things, so I was not able to record myself yesterday. But this is what we are doing today, reviewing my trades from today. But I won't be able to show you my portfolio because this is of 2 days, right? I made some losses which are not so small, so but that is coming up in the next video. Today's review will come in next video, but we are doing yesterday's review, December 2nd. So these are the tickers I traded yesterday, and pre-market this thing is from today's. Okay, so just ignore that. UMAC, very first trade. I am looking at my journal which shows in here. Just a second. Yeah, so I am showing you my trades from this journal, and I'm writing it my handwritten notes. From my previous video you can see how do I journal my trades, what are the main important points, and what my screen looks like, how is my setup. I will show you everything that is attached in my here and somewhere around here. Okay, so watch that video first. It is just overview, so nothing much. Okay, so let's hop into this thing, and uh, UMAC was my very first trade from yesterday, 7 a.m. in the morning, around 7:17. Okay, I wake up, I every day. It is my fixed 7 a.m. I wake up, 9:30 a.m. US time. Market opens. So this is 9:30 a.m. Okay, that's when market opens, and and I trade from 7 to around 10. Okay, 10 and 10:30. Sometimes I do it later, after like lunchtime and stuff, but most of my trades are pre-market from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay, I sit there for 3 hours, 4 hours sometimes, and there we go. So this thing started to pop exactly at 7 a.m. I guess this was the news or stuff. What was that? I'm not sure. I think there were few tickers on my uh, movers, percentage movers, and UMAC, SNTI, UAVS. These three were from yesterday, right? These three were from, I mean, Fridays after hours. And PPBT was showing up today. So on that day, I mean yesterday, and then I traded that thing also little bit, right? So starting with UMAC, it was nice. Fridays after hour, and sorry, what I did, yeah, UMAC here. It was nice volume up here, almost 70,000, and it was a low floater, though it was almost over my price range, which is from, I trade usually from 2 to $20, or $2 to $10, and I can go about around $20 if it is a good ticker. So Friday after hours, this was a very good ticker, and I did trade Friday after hour also, and so I thought let's go for it. So 7 a.m. it starts to pop. My entry is around 7:17. I'm looking at my journal and letting you know, right? So yeah, just to check. 7:17 is where we got in because that was our, okay, we got in at 23. This was the bottom, and I thought, I remember from yesterday I remember what were my thoughts, right? Because I put it down everything. I entered on a pullback, that thinking that it is a dip. Okay, but I learned that after that dip I have to wait for it to come back up. Like for this, if this is the little thing, I have to wait for it to come back up, break this next recent swing high, and then when it pops up, goes up with higher volume, I can go in. But volume was going dead. See, you can look at this. You can look at this thing. Volume was going dead, right? So, so this is what I learned from this. I did. Fuck, bro. What the heck, bro? Okay, just a sec. Uh, yeah. So I did wrote it down everything, and it was a loss of $17. But this is the good part. Like when you see something not moving so nicely, and then you can, oh sorry, this was the thing. So profit and loss of profit, sorry, loss of $17. And this is the good part of day trading. Like you can get out, get in and out very fast. So just the second movement, uh, I think no, did wait for 9 minutes, right? Around 10 minutes, right? So I did wait for 10 minutes, and it was not popping. So I sold it somewhere around here with a loss of $17, which is not bad, just a small loss, right? So if we think this was our loss, this much, right? And doesn't matter, like this thing was our loss. So that was UMAC, and I see that nothing is moving. And actually, I was looking at UMAC is not moving, but SNTI was the top gainer. Obviously, it was the top gainer. And if we go yesterday's pre market, this thing, what the heck you doing, bro? Okay, this thing was moving around 7 a.m. Obviously, it was right here. From 7 a.m., it actually started. And this thing, SNTI, was a really good news. If I show you that, it was private placement. Yeah, 37.6 million private placement. I was looking at Ross Cameron. No, nothing to hide here. I was looking at Ross Cameron. He was telling us, look for private placement on Mondays, and look for obviously Bitcoin things and all this stuff. Uh, and the Trump tickers, which was main, right? BTCT, BTCS, and all those tickers, which we were trading like previous last week, from the last week of November. But he was telling us look for private placement because that thing was running. And I also made money on that on Friday, Thursday and Friday, I guess. So private placement was really good, and that is what I was looking for. I got 7 a.m. around 7:15. I got that news, and I hoped in around 7:30. Right, so exactly 7:31 is when I started to get into this thing. Yeah, here, 7:31. Perfect. So this was my entry, and here from here I was just looking for a small scalp, and I did took that scalp, right? I took that scalp. I took entries here 5:30, and then I added more shares when it was consolidating, so I added more shares just after 2 minutes, right? So this is where I added most of my shares. Okay, these two things, and it went up. I was looking for it to break 420, and it broke 415. Was one of my take profit around 415, yes. And then when it broke there, 435 was my another take profits, the same candle. Now this thing is consolidating again, like a small pullback, right? And I sold my position at a 5 741 here, okay, because it was going underneath this level, though it was holding very nicely. See, do you see this 1 minute 9 EMA is holding so nicely? It is a support, and I figured out that, right? I figured that out, and I got in again at 8 a.m., right? 7:40 I sold everything, and 8 a.m. I got in again here. Not here. This pop. Perfect here. Sorry. 7:41 I got in again here, which was no 7:59. Sorry. Right. 7:59 around 6:16. Oh, that was little bit extended, I can say, right? And then it was actually a loss, because actually at this point when I closed this trade, then I was trading UAVS, right? And I see this thing going up so nicely. It was consolidating here, right? And then I was not able to see that this trend was going up so nicely. I will explain you what I found out around 8:30 and stuff. Okay, so 8 a.m. I took my entry here. I was trying to focus that when it breaks this, I will enter. But it went up from 470s to 5 so fast, I was not able to enter. And I'm like, okay, let's not trade this thing because this is extended. Now, this was, I mean, see, you can see this RSI, it looks extended, it is above 80. So around 85 or stuff. And I see RSI just for the like extended stuff. I see a micro pullback and I wanted to enter. I did placed my button and then it popped. So to be honest, RSI was extended and I was looking for not getting into this trade. But this was so like I it was so like I wanted to get in, like, because this is good one, right? This was a good one. This is a good one. And I entered here and it popped to 635s. I did not close. I was looking for a bigger move, right? I thought, okay, if it came from $2.10 to $6, it can obviously go $10 and stuff, right? So, but it gave me a pullback, right? Just 6 minutes later, at 8:05, I sold it out around 560s, not 70s, 560s, right? So here, and this I got it loss. 5 minutes and I got a loss of around 45, around $50. I'm like, this is not good, right? Obviously, this is not good. And then in between of these things, I was trading PPBT and UAVS. So let's cover that and then I will show you. UAVS, I got in. We need to go yesterday and we will still look at 1 minute, right? So this is yesterday. It was hot, I guess, because of the no, there was no news, just it was running, and I was looking at the percentage gainers. This thing, 8 a.m. It pops around this, and I got in. I'm like, why the heck I am in, right? Not exactly 8 a.m., just 2 minutes before 8. Here, this point. I'm like, why the heck I am here in this thing? It broke $10 level. I tried to get in, but it went to 1040s. Okay, this one. Did you get me? 1040s. This was my entry. I mean, it was so fast. It went up. 1040. Oh fuck. This is the highest most point of this single candle. Was it? Yeah, 1040. Exactly 1040. That was the highest. And 1001. Just the next minute, I sold this out. I knew this is a good trade because it gave a small pullback. Oh, I think it was halted. Fuck. Yes. No. No. I remember some things from yesterday, but I don't remember everything. Sorry about that. So I got this, and I was looking for a 10 break. It broke, and then I entered at the highest point, and boom, the same minute I close it. Right. So this is something I should not be doing it, because I have to wait. If this keeps on going up, I have to wait for it to give a small pullback, hold this support level, and if it goes back up again, breaking that recent swing high. So this one, recent swing high, then I have to get in. Okay, so this was supposed to be my entry, 1024s and stuff, and my exit supposed to be 1050, 1060, and it went up to 1072. So if I played this ticker so nicely, so small, even if so small, I would have got 50 cents of profit, right? That was supposed to be a good one. But this breakout, obviously it had higher volume than its previous candle, right? But it was 15,000 of volume at a $10 share, which is not enough. I think so. Which is not at all enough for this kind of, like, this price range. I guess so. And uh, and if I see, my float is supposed to be under under 2 million. Float is really good. I can trade under 20 million, right? But 2 million, 1 million, 500,000 and under, float is really good. The lower the float and the higher the volume, I want like 2 million, 5 million, and if I get 100 million of volume, that is wow. Okay. Then if it has smaller volume and a higher, if it sorry again, if it has a smaller float under 2 million, and if it is a higher volume over 20 million or stuff, higher volume, then I can easily get a relative volume over 5, 10, right? Sometimes Friday after hour, no, Friday market open, there was one ticker which was going 15,000 RV relative volume, which is really fucking good. So relative volume is like, if you are traders, you might know, generally this ticker is trading at 1 million of volume, and if it trades today at 10 million of volume, that is 10 times. So that is the 10 relative volume, 10 RV, right? So how many times this ticker is trading is important, how much more volume it is getting. And the lower the float and higher the volume, the higher the RV. So we want highest RV and highest top gainers percentage change, right? So I want 10%, at least 10% change from what it has opened, whether it's pre-market, market open, or after hours, right? So these are my like specifics. And I want a news catalyst which is powerful. For SNTI, it was the private placement, and it was 36 million and stuff. So which is really good news, and it popped like crazy. So this is what we were looking for. But UAVS didn't had news. It just broke 10 level, not enough volume for a $10 stock. So this was not supposed to be a good thing, and I also wrote it in my reviews, right? So this thing, UAVS, I wrote it down here, and it was not supposed to be in my, just it was because Friday after hour it was moving, doesn't mean the next day pre-market it will move. Even the same day pre-market movers don't move in market open sometimes. That happens, right? And it just happens, like we don't know. We don't know. So this is the important point, that I got in and I got out fast. I took a small loss, which was $20 of loss. And if I traded this thing very nicely, like pop, small pullback, hold of that support level, and then breaking the recent swing high and going up again, this would be a good one. And if I see my chart trading, this 10-second is exactly for that, right? For a very example, I have to go from here, and this thing, when it pops above this level, reset swing high, I go in. I don't wait for 1 minute to close. Maybe it could like pop to 530, from 530s to 570s in so fast, right? It could happen sometimes, and that's why I have 10-second chart. Everything is coming from Ross Cameron. his, like, his guidance, and I have my PBT. Obviously he is teaching me so good. This my discord g- my discord person, right? My mentor, you can say. Yeah. So UAVS was something not to trade. Even if I did breakout and it was higher volume, I should have taken out profits very fast, right? I had to wait for pullback. So let's go in and look at the other ticker I was trading, PPBT. PPBT, weird shit. Uh, it is a PBT trade. Lol. No, not really. PBT is playbook trades. He is my mentor, and PPBT is Purple Biotech. It is a biotech ticker. Biotechs were running. SNTI is also a biotech, and that thing was running on Monday. And drone triggers were important last week, right? They were running very nicely, drone triggers, and that's why UAVS I was trying to trade, because if like Friday after hour, if drone tickers are running, it might run in pre-market the next day, right? But it was not the case. So here, let's see PPBT. I got in at 8:30s and stuff, right? Where is 8:30s? Okay, here I got in 8:30s, exactly 8:28, and I sold it at 8:30s. 28, fuck it, right here, and I sold it 8:28, 8:30, sorry, right, which was a small loss. Okay, it was not a profit. So I got in at 5:49, and I sold it at 5:23. I was looking for a very small scalp into this, just like few seconds, right? And then this single candle, it was trying to break this level, 570s. 570 was, I guess, a weekly resistance level, I think. It was supposed to break this, and when it broke, see, around 7 a.m., when it broke, it gave a small pullback, and then it went so nicely up to 664s. From 570 to 660, almost $1 move was very nice. Then it started to pull back. Still, PPBT wasn't breaking down. See, if you see this, it is not breaking down, right? Uh, Parallel. Where is the parallel thing? Yeah. See this thing? It ain't breaking down. Wait. What the heck am I doing? Anyways, so this wasn't breaking down. It went up from 340s to 660s, and I guess it had news yesterday. Uh, yeah, it was cancer news, and this is really good. And because it got involved with CMO, chemotherapy, and what was the one more thing? Uh, phase 2 cancer drug study results. So results were out for that study, and it started to trade higher. Okay, and the results showed clear and consistent improvement across all efficient endpoints, right? So this is the good news. It went up. PPBT, a biotech ticker, because it's a uh, biotech theme right now. Everything is running, and this was a really perfect float. It's a pharmaceutical, and $7 is not bad. Like five, six, $7 is not bad, which is coming from $3, right? So I see that percentage mover by percentage mover, this thing was 100% up. At this point at 7 a.m., it was 100% up, and I'm like, this is a good ticker. Why? Because it is holding that support. It is not breaking this resistance. It gave here. Uh, where do you see that? Yeah, this thing, rejection, again rejection. Okay, and I got in again because this small rejection, then it gave a dip, and then it tried to go back up from this recent swing high. right? And I figured that, oh fuck, it was a wick. Now I'm getting out of this trade just just the next minute because it went down. I could have put my stop loss under 5, under 5, okay, not 5, under 5, around 495s and 493s. And then I could have waited for it because 9 EMA was going up nicely. This, see, how do you see this? 9 EMA is the support. And it was going up nice and slow. It made up to 6. So my entry from 540s to 6 wasn't a bad trade, but it was actually 1 is to 1 trade, right? So if you look at it was a 1 is to 1 trade. And I was like, let's not do this because there was SNTI running. Though I entered this thing and I got in the next moment out, and I didn't like because volume was not like crazy. You getting me? Like, see this thing here, it gave volume of 230,000 and then it went down of 150 volume, and then it popped again with 300,000, from which we compare SNTI at the same time, okay, yeah, around 830s and stuff. uh, yeah, SNTI, what is this volume? 120,000 at a price range of 5, which was the same thing. And it's the same thing coming from $2, not exactly same, but coming from $2 made a high of which is also 100% move, right? So SNTI and PPBT were two tickers moving nicely. My mentor PBT was focused on PPBT actually, and I was focused on SNTI. Why that? Because one reason, I have a solid reason for that. Let me explain you. One reason SNTI, because it held a private placement, and second thing, let me tell you on here. Let me tell you in here around 830s, I figured out that this ticker comes up, gives a small pullback, right? If you can see it here, just a second. Yeah, goes up. Oh fuck. No, wait. Yeah, it goes up, consolidation, goes up, consolidation. And I figured this thing, exactly this thing, all these were in the time range, pops up around 7 to 12 minutes, it consolidated. Pops up 7 to 12 minutes, this was 12-minute consolidate. How pops up 5 minutes consolidate, and then 5 minute consolidates, and then it gets more volume. I see this thing, right? Now 635 was the NHOD at that point of time. This was consolidating so nicely that it was basing 1 minute 50 EMA. 50 EMA is a solid support line, and VWAP was underneath here, right? So my stop loss was supposed to be under VWAP. I was trying to trade this pop, right, just before 8, around 820s, 825s, right? And I was trying to, but I did not enter because PPBT, I was going in PPBT, and now I see this thing is pulling back. Okay, I wanted it to break 550 level. I have written down everything, and then I figured out the trend is good. Nice pullback here. See this? If we see it 5 minute also, oh fuck. When I see this, oh fuck, I don't do that. I don't like to do that. Okay. Anyways, 1 minute, 5 minute. This was a nice pullback. Okay. This was the support. It was basing around 520s and stuff. Now my entry was 531, and then 531 around here, at 834. Yeah, perfect. Around here. Then it dipped it down. I know this is like, I forget the name. Pardon me, I am not a professional trader. I still forget. I'm not even a content creator. I forget what I'm saying sometimes, and I don't even know some keywords of these trading and stuff, right? But I know what I'm saying. I mean, I can understand what I was looking at, right? So it it came here to wash out those traders which has a stop loss under 5 and stuff. See how accurate this level is, 5, and 520 was the support for now. If you see this, right? I got in. I added more shares at this pullback at 516, 642, yeah, 516, when it started to come back up from this pullback. Okay, now I see 520 is the resistance. I stayed in and I got more, again more shares at this point. No, just a second. Yeah, at this point when it started to go up again, this one. I mean, sorry. Yeah, do you see this candle? And then I'm like, oh, it's coming back again, but it is holding that support. This resistance is now a support. Here is a support here. And when it wigged down and came back up, I was so fucking sure. I instantly put my limit order around 6 540s 550s, yeah, exactly 6 599. I got my first take profit, okay, because it popped, and I knew when it breaks 550, fuck, I am in, bro. I am fucking in. So my entry is around 530s and 515. So around 525, 525s and stuff was my average entry, because I entered here, and then I entered here again. So my average down was 520s, 525s. Okay. From this, I kept on taking profits until here. Okay. You get me? Around 9 a.m. Uh, I started to take profits. Exactly 9 a.m. No, 9:04 is my first take profit. Was my first take profit 599 when it popped this one. Okay, and I was very much patient at this point of time. This 15 minutes, this 10 minutes actually, yeah, 10 minutes, because I knew it broke 550 already. Now it's not coming up, coming below 550. I was very much confident on this single trade. I am emphasizing this because I kept on holding this trade until the peak, until the peak of this trade. Right now, just look at it is 5. Okay, I took my profits 6, 630, 650s, 7, right, until 920. I took that 920, 921, and then it popped 921. It popped. Okay, now I'm taking my profits above 730s and stuff. 726, yeah, 726. I took my profit here again. Okay, now I'm waiting because market is opening now, and I guess I had total, I had two around 200 shares from the bottom, from fuck from this bottom, 200 shares. I sold, 75. Yeah, I sold 75 shares until here. Now I have 125 shares left. Okay, this thing when it pops here, just as soon as market opened 9:32, I took my profit around 7:03, and then I took one more profit around 7:30s and stuff, 7:50s. Yeah. Now I am waiting again. It is basing out 9 EMA, and I thought this thing will pop right away at the market open and will go up like to like $8 and stuff, right? But no, It was the top percentage gainer, very high volume, really good catalyst, and I was very confident about this thing. I waited. I have around 100 shares now. 100 shares now. Okay, remember this. I have 100 shares now. I am waiting for it to pop up, but it did not. I am not in loss. Obviously, my entry is fives, right? I'm not in loss. 650s, I can close everything right now. I have around 100 shares, something under 100 shares. I guess 80. And then at this pullback, people are talking. In my Discord, I see people are talking about this thing. If it breaks this, go up. If it breaks that, go up. Okay, 750 was the level when it started to pop. 750, and I got in this thing 7 wait. Yeah, 720 was one of the like hold level, right? It is supposed to hold this level if it wants to go up. I see this. Exactly 947. I bought 946 and 947. See, these are my two entries. I got 50 shares, 50 shares at 946, 947, 946, 947. Just when it hold this 720 level, right? I am in 100 more shares. So now I have almost 200 shares, over 200 shares. Yes. Yes, over 200 shares. And then boom. Crazy ass move to 860s. I took profit 850, 855, 894, 948, 990s. Okay, these are all my profit take profits, right? I take 10 shares, 10 shares, 10 shares out. And why am I taking 10 shares out? Not so many, because even if I have 200 shares, that's because I knew this is going way up. But we never know what is the highest point. After this move, boom, bro, 10 break and crazy ass move. It broke 10. Okay, 990s. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Around almost 120 shares I got out. I am out. Now I just have, I think 60. No, yeah, I got 140 shares out at 10 level. And now I have only 60 shares. My average entry was still showing me because I added 100 here, around sevens. I had 100 previously. I had still had 100 shares from there, right? So 200 shares, I got 140 out, and I have 60 shares still in. With my average entry around 650s, okay? Because I added 7 and 550s. So 650s somewhere around, anywhere, could be anywhere. But I am way below my entries. Now just my 60 shares paying me crazy money right now. It halted up here at 1274. I'm like, this shit is crazy, right? 1223 was my last exit before the halt, before the halt. And then I was looking at Ross Cameron video just yesterday. He took this dip after the halt. I'm like, what the heck? This is the point where people take out their like, oh, it's going down, sell. Like people get scared in fear, and this guy is entering at this point, 1140s and stuff, and he got a move to 16s. Obviously, I was still in. I was still in. I did not sell not a single penny. Okay, I knew this shit is going up because it was halted up nicely. Crazy amount of volume here. See this? This was 900,000 of volume, 1 million volume and over. Fuck, that's crazy. And I think it dipped a little bit because RSI was so like it was extended and it was far away from 9 EMA. 9 EMA as a support and went up. Bro, I took out my profits. The max profit was 1370s. And then I just had 40 shares, and I was like, let me wait for this to move crazy. 20, 25, it can go anywhere, right? It is coming from $5 to $15, bro. It can go anywhere right now. And so I did not took any profits, 15, 16, nothing. Okay, I was waiting. After 1 hour, I sold all my 40 shares uh, around, I sold at what? 11 a.m. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When it started to break down this level, when it started to break down this level, I got my exit around 12:14. 12:70 it broke down and it went down so fast. So 12:14 was my last exit here, but my max exit was 1370s. Uh, Wait, what are you doing, bro? 1370 somewhere around here, right? And I was waiting for it to move crazy. This 16 $17 move, it went to 17s. It was crazy ass move. After this thing, my profit is $580. Can you see it? My profit is $580 with commission of $8. I captured coming from $5 to my take profit was 13. So I captured almost eight and a half, $8.5, right? Fucking crazy move. Bro, Monday, this shit is crazy. SNTI was a good catalyst. I got in very nice trade and this thing popped like very nicely. Oh, I'm sorry. And I got really nice move, good capture, and this was crazy. After this, I trade PRGO, which was not supposed to. I was not able to. I was not supposed to be trading because I got my profits, and I took small loss. LPA I did trade, which had a like not a good move because it had a shitty spread, and I didn't wanted to trade that LPA, right? But I still traded and I took small. It was not a small loss of $120. So after morning session, after PRZO, I am running away with $443 and LPA. I took this after our just before market closed, right? So after lunch, and I also traded again LPA in after hour. So overall, I am going away with with a profit of $412. Okay, from 443 to 412. This was my profit yesterday. $412. I had a swing trade going on in ATCH, which is a penny ticker, and as I told you, I can swing penny tickers, which is fine. I am fine with that. The thing is, I took around here 24s. Stop loss was 22 cent, and it was supposed to go up 45s. I was in 5,000 shares, and it went down just today morning, like 3rd December. Okay, wait. So we will see tomorrow what goes on 3rd December. Today is 2nd December. We were reviewing it, and I got in 24. Stop loss is 22. Okay, let's see. This is my swing, and this was a really good day. We will be coming back tomorrow. If you have not watched my overview of this my setup, go look at it, and I will see you again some other day. This is Trader Yash. I'll see you again somewhere around.